I have these new Jason's sourdough toasties to try, but even before we start, I have a bit of a problem with them. See, that one looks a bit sad, making this up as I go along, talking a load of nonsense. I mean, I don't know why I'm doing this, because of course it's going to look a bit sad before it's cooked, but this one looks good. Look at that, there we go. I reckon the best bread you can use to make a toasty at home is Jason's sourdough. I've been using it for a few years now, so imagine my delight when I found out that they brought out their own, toasties, and they look really good actually. So pre-packaged, and yeah, you can stick them in your air fryer. It doesn't give you microwave instructions, that's a good thing. I was worried they might give you microwave instructions. I think that would just ruin it. So air frying, probably at best. Oven, probably a waste of energy. Now the issue I have with them, let's just get that out of the way from the off, is expense, because £3.75 for one of these from Tesco. I don't think any other supermarkets are stocking them. If you've seen them elsewhere, please do correct me if I'm wrong, but I've searched on Asda and Morrison's and all of the usual suspects and haven't seen them yet. Maybe their own petrol stations and stuff like that. Because I think the idea is you're supposed to be able to get these from certain places and then they'll heat them up for you. So in that setting, kind of makes more sense. Like, you know, because obviously you go to Costa or something, yeah, you're probably going to pay about £4 for a toasty. But if you're getting them from your local Tesco, just as part of your weekly shop, £3.75, quite expensive. But whatever, we'll let that slide for the moment because we can try them and see if they're any good, and maybe that's not an issue. Maybe they're worth that much. So I have seen that there are, I think, 4 or 5 flavours, one including Induja. I do like a bit of Induja, so I quite like to try that. But the only ones you can get from Tesco, tangy and mature 3 cheese, and yeah, ham hock and West Country cheddar. Now, I don't feel like they're going to be massively filling, because yeah, this one's 458 calories, the tangy mature 3 cheese, and yeah, this one, the ham hock, is 377. So what we'll do then is, I quite fancy trying making my own, and yeah, we'll see how it compares to these pre-packaged ones. So let's do that, I suppose. Right, so I'm going to get started with making mine first. Let's get a generous amount of butter in the pan. Yeah, I used to always do my Toasties in George Foreman. Yeah, doing it the old school way. I have made that browned that butter. That wasn't actually what I wanted to do. So normally, like I said, I would just use I'd just use 2 of these and be greedy. I'm gonna really, this is just, I mean, I'd cut it obviously as well, but I'm just in a hurry, so whatever. Now some people insist on toasting both sides. I have tried that before, but I quite like it being a little bit soft in the middle. So we're gonna get mine going and then take a look at what we need to do with the other 2. I think I've done way too much cheese there, haven't I? For just that half. Bit of cheddar. Cathedral City, obviously, the extra mature, but I've put in a bit of grated mozzarella just to give it a nice cheese pull, just to offset the matureness. And then, yeah, a bit of Parmesan for good measure. I don't know why the Parmesan's there to make it better. Like I say, I'm not a chef. I'm just making this up as I go along, talking a load of nonsense. I think I want a bit of seasoning in there as well. Yeah, a bit of garlic granules. You know what, I might go a bit wild. Bit of cracked black pepper. I need to turn that right down. And then burger smasher on the top, and that is gonna help, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. 8 to 12 minutes. Jesus, I didn't think it was gonna be that long. Yeah, I've thrown off all my timings here, but no matter, we'll work through it. It's fine. Should we have a little peek? Yeah, but that does look like yeah, just they've taken the normal #1 sourdough and sliced it in half. I mean, I don't know why I'm doing this, because of course it's going to look a bit sad before it's cooked, but yeah, it seems like a reasonably generous amount of ham. I don't think. No, I'm not going to fit 2 in one, am I? It's going to have to be, it's going to have to be 1 in each. 200, that seems really high, but we'll try it and I'll check it, maybe halfway. Let's get that one going. It's buttered on the inside. Not buttered on the inside. Oh, see, that one looks a bit sad. You look at that. You've got a large portion with no filling at all there. I'm not gonna, you know, I could redistribute that myself, but I feel that should have been done from the off. So, come on, start. Yeah, we'll run them as they've come, and yeah, I guess if you want to tweak them yourself, you can do. But yeah, anyway, have we got a bit of meltage? Yeah, actually, that's coming all right, and that's going to be done way too early, and then go really solid inside. So, I have screwed this up. Bit of cheese there. I'm having that now. Moment of truth. That one's nearly done. This one's done. So here's our ham. Yeah, I think, you know what, I'm going to take that one out now because I think that would have been fine. Oh, fan's still going. They look a bit overdone, but you know, I will keep an open mind to have had them. You know what I think we should do? There's mine. For comparison, yeah, I think we should try for a bit of a cheese pull. So, oh, look at that, spilling out the sides. I think we'll get a good one from this one. How shall I cut it? I'm going to cut it this way, just because why not? Yeah. Overdone, I dare say. Yeah, not entirely cooked actually. I thought is it the Emmental in that one? So this is the cheesy one. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, but this is the problem with doing toasties in the air fryer. They're getting really done on the outside, but then they're not quite done in the middle. And my one, got some detritus from the other one there. Are you ready? It kind of gives you a cheese pull. But yeah, let's take them over to the tasting table and to have some tasting. Let's start off with mine because it will be the coolest because it was done the earliest. There we go, look at that. A little bit of a cheese pull. I could have been a bit bold with the flavouring. Pepper's coming through, but I kind of wish I'd have put a bit of mustard. Because the cheesy one with the Jason's, that does have a bit of mustard in. And I think mustard is a good idea in your toasties. Not much, you don't want to overpower it, but just get a bit of something. Because cheese on its own, as great as cheese is, needs a helping hand to, you know, deliver its full potential. Let's go for the ham. Maybe this one has mustard in as well. Or this is the one that had mustard in, the other one doesn't. I'll correct myself on here, but definitely taste some mustard coming through. Yeah, a decent amount of ham, but well, you can see that. But towards the edges, I'll take a bite out of this. That's just a big old mouthful of bread and nothing else. So yeah, I would recommend opening them up and giving them a bit of a redistribution. Much in the same way, you get a frozen pizza and the toppings are moved around a bit. Yeah, I mean, it's not blowing me away, but it's good, solid toasty, nice amount of ham. The cheeses all blend together quite well. This one looks good. Look at that, there we go. Now it's melted a bit more. Got a proper cheese pull. Have a nice big bite from the middle, I think. Yeah, definite hint of mustard in this one as well. That's quite nice actually, the way it spilled out the side and caramelised a bit. Let's have a go at that bit. Very enjoyable, good amount of cheese. I think what it's lacking, look at that, and then look at mine. See, the Jason's one, no butter at all, and mine obviously I've cooked it in probably a bit too much butter. Probably not great for my health, but as a rare treat, whack a load of butter in it and look at the difference. Nice little sort of glazing on there. It just, I don't know, feels a bit different. I think the bread has ended up going a bit dry on the outside. Listen to that. Listen to mine. Yes, there you go. Can you even hear that? I don't know, but yeah, you've still got kind of a bit of softness, whereas this it's just super hard a lot of the way through. Again, it doesn't seem like anything particularly special. Yeah, a couple, some nice cheeses, but nothing out there. Got a bit of mustard coming through, but I still feel like I want just a little bit more. To be fair, I felt the same about mine, but obviously, the great thing about making your own toasties is you can stick whatever you like in it. I think a bit of ham might be nice in that. I could have put andouille in it even. Because the thing is, I'm looking at these and thinking, which do I want to have another bite of? And I think it's going to be mine. Would I buy them? Not from the supermarket at full price. I do think that's a bit much, really, I think, for what you're getting. And I think, like you say, you can get a big old loaf of Jason's for a couple of quid, stick your own cheeses in it. And I know obviously you're paying for the convenience, but it's really not that difficult to stick some stuff inside some bread. If I was out and about though, and I saw these for sale somewhere, like, I don't know, like say in a coffee shop or something like that, yeah, I probably would give them a whirl, especially the more interesting flavours. I'm really keen to try those. It just seems a big shame that you can't actually get them from a supermarket at the moment. Again, if I'm wrong on that front, please do correct me and I'll go and find them. But you know what, we'll have another bite of this. For good measure, one last bite. Getting crumbs everywhere now. One last bite of the ham hock, just for good measure. Actually, yeah, having gone through the middle of that one, had a nice concentration of the filling. Yeah, the ham is definitely the best one. The ham one actually, yeah, that is good. I think I was going to have another one again. It would definitely be the ham. Jesus Christ, I'm just like, got crumbs in my mustache and all over the table. So those were the new Jason's Sourdough Toasties. Ham hock one, I actually really enjoyed in the end. I just think they're a bit expensive if you buy them full price from a supermarket. I think one to keep an eye on an offer. But to be honest, I probably wouldn't have them at home anyway. I'd have them when I was out and about if that was an option. But yeah, I think I would stick to making my own because I can put whatever I want in it. I really don't think it's that difficult, but I will always use it with Jason's Sourdough. So yeah, Jason's is still winning in some way, I guess. But yeah, there we go. So if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you very much for watching. This is the Beige Food Chronicles. Please do make sure you like the video. subscribe and tickle the bell icon for notifications of my future videos. Yeah, bye.